Well, guys, I hope you're having a good start to your day. It is Wednesday. We haven't posted a video this week because there's just really been nothing to talk about. And today, there's not as much to talk about as what we've had in the last couple of weeks, but we do have some changes coming our way. Now, first and foremost, as you're stepping out, temperatures are in the 30s. So it's another cold start. Some of you are below freezing. Could be a little bit of patchy frost out there, but much like yesterday, we're going to bounce back, and we're going to bounce back hard. We're talking temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Some could even push 80 degrees. This is about 20 degrees above normal for this time of the year. Our average is usually in the upper 50s, but it's not uncommon for us to have this kind of warmth. But this is going to be near record warmth today. Our record high, our previous record that is, in Chattanooga, 79, set back in 1977, which is almost 50 years ago to the day. 78 your forecast. So if we hit 79, of course, we tie the record. 80 degrees, we could have a new daily record high for the 26th of February. So we'll keep an eye on that. Another thing worth noting is there's a high fire danger for North Georgia. We have special weather statements in effect. Now, yesterday, a wildfire broke out in Calhoun County, Alabama, just because, had a spark. The dry vegetation, the lack of rainfall that we've had over the last couple of weeks, well, the last week and a half, I should say, going to lead to good conditions for wildfires to spread quickly. So if you have any burning you need to do, I would probably hold off on that until we get a little more moisture back in the air, because dew point's already in the 30s this morning, likely to drop into the 20s. The air is going to be very dry with that sunshine. So just keep that in mind. Try to avoid burning, especially if you live across North Georgia and Southeast Tennessee, as well in parts of Alabama. Also, briefly want to touch on this. There was an earthquake yesterday at 7 o'clock Central Time near Chattanooga City, down in Chattanooga County. And this was near Menlo. You can see there was a 2.6 earthquake. Menlo, Somerville, Tryon, Pinville. You could have felt some minor shaking. I haven't really mentioned this because it is a pretty small earthquake, but I probably should have mentioned it before this, but just wanted to let you know. If you guys heard anything, not hear anything, but felt any shaking, please let me know. Just curious. I've never actually been through an earthquake, so I've always wondered. But nonetheless, let's get back on topic, Clay. We're looking at satellite and radar this morning. Again, this video recorded just after 7:30. Here comes our next weather maker. This is not going to have a lot of moisture. We have a lot of dry air, so any moisture that develops is pretty much going to get sucked up. And we're just not going to see too much in the way of precipitation from this tonight into tomorrow morning, but there could be a few sprinkles out there. So let's take a look at it using our futurecast. Again, today, great day, warm day, near record temperatures. Tonight, cloud cover increases, and then notice by about 7 o'clock tomorrow, there's going to be a lot more cloud cover. Could be a few sprinkles out there, especially north of the city. Not going to be a big deal, but there could be a few damp roadways north of Chattanooga. North and east of the city going to be the best chance of any rain. So McMinn, Ray, Meigs, Bledsoe, northern Bradley, parts of Polk and Monroe counties, even into Cherokee, going to be the best chance of rain. A lot of this is probably going to stay up towards Knoxville and the Tri-Cities. And then by the time we get into Thursday afternoon, this redevelops into the Carolinas, and they could get some decent thunderstorms across parts of the Piedmont down into upstate South Carolina, while we're going to dry out with some sunshine later in the day. So Thursday, few sprinkles early, better chance of rain north and east of Chattanooga. Clouds are going to evaporate or gradually dissipate, I should say. Man, what a morning I'm having, huh? But it does look like that's going to kind of dissipate it. Maybe even a little rain snow mix along the Tennessee-North Carolina line late Thursday into early Friday morning as that northwest flow kicks in. So pretty non-impactful system for us overall, but things are going to change. Again, a height of our severe weather season March into April, even early May. So we're about to enter into that severe weather season, and it does appear that things are going to turn a lot more active moving into that first week of March. We have above normal precipitation. It looks like temperatures are going to be slightly above normal, and when those cold and warm air masses collide, get rising air, and oftentimes you get severe weather outbreaks. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to see anything in the short term, but I am watching the middle of next week for the potential of severe weather. So here's a look at the upper level charts. This gives us an idea of where our pattern is heading and how things are going to evolve moving forward. So this is today. General ridging overhead, where you see those yellow shades, near record temperatures possible across the southeast. That's that. Really across the entire country, it's going to be pretty mild with the exception of New England. Now moving into March 3rd, which is heading into next week, going to be a quick shot of air come through Sunday into Monday. So our highs are going to drop into the 50s, overnight lows below freezing as you get that troughing on the East Coast where you see those blues and greens, but ridging going to build right back in across the central half of the country moving into Sunday. And then notice this blue area, that's an upper level system coming into California. This is going to swing across the desert southwest, redevelop on the other side of the Rocky Mountains on the eastern side, and then move up into the Ohio Valley. What's that mean for us? Well, we're already going to have warm air in place. This is going to help to bring down some colder air, and we're likely going to see severe weather breaking out across Dixie Alley as we get into Tuesday and then Wednesday, and then maybe even into the Tennessee Valley on Wednesday. So Wednesday is the day I'm watching for our area. Tuesday is the day I'm watching for those to our west, places like Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas. Again, this is going to be a favorable system, quite a bit of a wind shear, so we're going to keep an eye on that. And here's a look at our storm tracker. Again, this is the European model. We'll back out a little bit. Again, Monday into Tuesday, just some sprinkles around, but look what happens as we get into Tuesday. So notice this blob. Again, this isn't exactly what the radar is going to look like. This is not high resolution, but it gives us an idea of where the storms are going to be late Tuesday. Arkansas, Louisiana, parts of Mississippi. Then we're going to have that frontal system come through probably Wednesday morning into the afternoon. That's the current timing. That timing will shift. You can guarantee that. But this is just something I'm watching right now. But notice as we get into the afternoon, that continues to push through. So right now, Wednesday is the day I'm circling next week for a potential alert day, just depending on how this thing plays out. Not saying we're going to have severe weather, but this is going to be a favorable structure for us to get some stronger storms. And we're getting into March when our severe weather season starts to peak. So on days like today where things are quiet, I would go ahead and start making a plan. That way, if there are warnings issued next week, we can be ahead of the curve, so to speak. But the Storm Prediction Center already outlining, well, where'd it go? There was a big blob there earlier. I don't know. Sometimes these graphics are funky. There we are. So this is Tuesday, your severe weather outlook already outlined 7 days out, by the way, so there's pretty decent confidence this far out across Louisiana, Arkansas, West Tennessee, and parts of Mississippi. So this is something we're going to have to watch pretty closely heading into next week. So things are quiet for now, but could start to ramp back up. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast, then I'm going to wrap things up because it seems that I need a nap. Forecast looking pretty sharp moving forward. It does look like we are going to cool down tomorrow. Slim chance of a shower early on. Friday, Saturday. Couldn't ask for better weather. Maybe 70 degrees, sunshine. Cooling down Sunday back into the 50s. Notice those overnight lows dip back below freezing. So again, don't plan anything yet. Usually want to wait until at least April 15th here in the Valley. Probably the end of April if you live in some of our mountain and plateau communities, because sometimes we get frost and freezes pretty late in the season. Our latest freeze in Chattanooga, I believe April 25th, we got down to 32 degrees. So it can happen all the way through the end of April. So if you want to be extra safe, maybe wait to plant to after the 25th. But things are looking pretty quiet until the middle of next week. Of course, I'll talk more about that in the coming days. But for now, enjoy the weather, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow.